Cuz, are you there? Hello? Oh, yeah. I want to talk to you about 5 rare low doc personal loans for a large amount that require only one document. This is kind of cool. Only one document. Okay? Stick around till the end of today's conversation. You're going to love it.
One in a million, one in a million, one in a million. You know they're coming up to me, cause I'm just the kind of flow with a stinging in the beat, but the rhythm's getting higher. Go, 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 go. One in a million, one in a million, one in a million, one in a million, one in a million.
Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome City Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or a tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to speak to you about 5 rare low documentation personal loans for large amounts that require only one document. This is kind of cool. Number 5, we have net credit. Our score 8.5 over 10. So the main document required here, bank statements for the last 3 months. That's all. Okay, now the cool thing is that with net credit, you have fast funding. We love that. They have flexible terms. In other words, they're not actually bothering you with a lot of documentation or a lot of terms. They have flexible terms based on your situation and the state you're applying from, and they can actually fund you up to $10,000. Okay, we are speaking about low doc personal loans. Okay, $10,000. So basically, net credit understands that you're not just your credit score. They understand there's a lot that goes on in your financial life, so they pay attention to a couple of things. But by looking at your bank statements for the last 3 months, they're able to determine your cash inflows and cash outflows. Okay, they will see your bank balance, your average daily balance, and all that kind of stuff. They have sophisticated software that can analyze this. Okay, so with net credit, the process works in a very simple way. So you can check your eligibility, so you can see how much you can get in minutes with a secure application. Okay. Depending on the state, you might have a soft pull process, a pre-approval process, a pre-qualification process. Okay, so once you actually apply, either through a pre-qual or a regular application process, you have to review your offer. So you need to choose what you want because they will give you a series of offers, a series of loan amounts based on the terms and also the APR, and you choose one that actually suits you, and you get your money. You get your money. So this is kind of cool. And net credit actually works with lending partner banks that offer financial products in some states. Okay, this is kind of cool. So overall, we're talking about personal loans up to $10,000 and personal lines of credit up to $4,500. So this is kind of cool. So you have 2 loan options with net credit, and they only ask you bank statements for the last 3 months. Number 4, we have Stilt. Our score 9 over 10. And Stilt is a good institution. They actually cater to immigrants and people who are quote unquote underserved. So if you don't have a bank account, or you are just part of you're part of a group, you are a U.S. citizen and you don't have a bank account and you are quote unquote underserved, Stilt is a great lender for you. Okay, the main document required, they want you to have a pay stubs for the last 3 months. So if you paid twice a month, they want you to have 6 paid stubs. They just want to see consistency. And the bottom line is they want to make sure you are generating you have some kind of income, because this is how you're going to pay them back, right? So the APR starts at 7.99%. And what we love with Stilt is that they are very flexible. They will look at not just your pay stub, but also your financial situation. They will look at other things, your degree, your education level, the industry you're in. Okay, if you are paid, the cool thing here is that even if you are paid in cash, they will actually accept that. Yeah, as long as you have an employment verification from your employer, they're fine with that. Okay, and there is no minimum credit. This is kind of cool. I was just talking to you earlier that this lender caters to immigrants and the underserved. Okay, so even if you have a credit score of 350 or 4 or 450, they will work with you. And the loan amount is kind of generous also. We're looking at a very good range. We're looking at $1,000 to $35,000. This is kind of cool. This is really good. And you also have a soft pull process, so you can check your rate and this will not impact your credit score. Okay. The thing that I want to say here is that they don't require you to have a co-signer. Okay. There is no prepayment fee, not at all. Okay. So the process is very simple with Stilt. You actually, so a soft pull is possible. I just want to stress that. Okay. You submit an application. It takes less than 5 minutes. You need to verify some information. And during the process, they will ask you to upload your pay stubs for the last 3 months, okay? And you'll get a decision within 24 hours, okay? So you'll receive an offer. If you accept the offer, you get your funds. Get your funds as soon as the next day. So it's pretty straightforward forward lender. And what we love with Stilt is that they have excellent customer service. They will work with you. They will ask you if they have questions. They will ask you. Please, when they call you, when they ask you, do not ghost them. You want to answer them as soon as possible and provide what type of documentation they are asking you. Okay, but the main documents are required for Stilt loans, or the main document is pay stubs for the last 3 months. Number 3, Lending Tree. Our score, 9/10. What we love with Lending Tree is kind of known, but what makes this lender rare is the fact that they will fund a low doc personal loan with minimal documentation, with only with a single type of document required. And the main documents required for Lending Tree, pay stubs for the last 3 months also. They also pay attention a lot to your employment history, your job history, right? They want to make sure that you are generating enough revenue to cover the loan amount, the loan repayment process. It's all about DTI when you really think about it. So with Lending Tree, they make sure that you have a reasonable DTI, a debt to income ratio, that your debt to income ratio is not really too high, that you can actually get a new loan and you can actually take care of the loan repayment. It's all about that. The APR here goes from 2.49% to 35.99%. So that's a big range, okay? And your final APR will depend on your credit score. And the minimum credit score here for Lending Tree, 350. Oh yeah. They go as low as 350. If you have 350, they can still approve you, not a problem. And with Lending Tree, you can actually borrow up to $50,000, and the loan term goes from 12 months to 144 months. So we're looking at 1 year to 12 years, okay? And with Lending Tree, you have a variety of loan types here. The process is streamlined, it's very simple, nothing complicated. And we love the fact that they actually cover the whole nation. So they are available in all 50 states, not a problem, okay? And one thing I want you to get is that Lending Tree is not a direct lender. They actually are a marketplace lender. In other words, they actually will pull loan options from multiple lenders, okay? And that's kind of cool because you can receive quick offers. They have a soft pull process in place, okay? So you can actually see your offers without risking a hard pull. And they provide multiple payment options. This is kind of cool also. And they actually cater to all credit scores, not a problem. So here, what are the pros and cons here? With Lending Tree, you have free quotes, no obligation. You have great customization. They have blazing fast offers. And they have a high volume of lenders. Again, this is a marketplace lender, okay? And the cons, they're not a direct lender. So if you're looking for a direct lender, Lending Tree is not the right place for you. But this is a great loan opportunity to explore, especially because you have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose. I mean, you have a soft pull. You can test it out. You can see if you like it. If you don't like the offers, just go elsewhere. Number 2, I'm talking to you about Credible. Our score, 9.5/10. With Credible, the main documents required, they want you to have your bank statements for the last 3 months. Okay, and if you have that, they're fine. They will look into your documentation and see what kind of cash you're pulling in every month or every quarter or that kind of stuff. And the APR actually goes from 2.49% to 35.99%. With Credible, the cool thing is that you can actually borrow up to $100,000. Okay, and Credible is kind of similar to Lending Tree in the sense that they are a marketplace lender. So here you're not dealing with a direct lender, you're dealing with the marketplace lender. But again, this is kind of cool because you have gazillions options. You have a constellation of loan options to actually choose from, okay? And the minimum credit score with Credible is 600. And the loan term 12 to 84 months. So this is kind of long. This is kind of good too. So you're looking at 1 year to 7 years. Okay. They have no early payment fees, and their soft pull process does not impact your credit score. This is kind of good. And you only have one application from which you can derive multiple offers. So this is a good proposition, really, when you think about it. So there's an easy process. You get funding in 24 hours. Okay, credit score 600 minimum. This is a marketplace lender, and we love the fact that in terms of pros and cons, the pros, they have flexible terms, multiple loan products available, and you have a 7-day customer service available. So you are talking about 24/7. They're there for you, okay? And what about the drawbacks with Credible? Some lenders on the platform, on the Credible platform, may have origination fees depending on the states you're applying from, all that kind of stuff. And limited lending options are available also depending on the states you're applying from, okay? But the cool thing is that with the Credible, you have a variety of loans. You have a variety of personal loans that you can use to support the moments that matter most in your life, okay? And so there are no restrictions on the use of loan proceeds. You can use the money for debt consolidation, credit card refinancing, wedding expense, career development. You can start a new business. Yeah. You can do a home improvement. You can do a vacation, car financing, moving expenses, and whatnot. So really, the choices here are multiple. The choices are not restricted, and that's what we love. And we love the fact that Credible is actually great in terms of their customer service. Fantastic. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. So in today's conversation, I'm talking to you about 5 rare low-doc personal loans for large amounts that require only one document. So number 1, Happy Money. I love the name, Happy Money. Our score 10/10. And the main documents required here, bank statements for the last 3 months, okay? And so Happy Money is actually, they are the name behind behind Payoff. You know, if you're familiar with Payoff, you know they offer a loan. Now they have put Payoff under the Happy Money umbrella, okay? I mean, they used to own this brand long before anyway, but now in a strategic change, they have actually put this under the Happy Money umbrella. So now the lender is Happy Money. So when you think about Happy Money, I want you to think about a personal loan to do a lot of things. You can use the money for regular expenses. You can use the money to pay off credit cards, okay? They used to have only one way to use the money. In other words, they will do debt consolidation only. Now they have actually changed their requirements. You could actually use the money for other things. In other words, if you get approved, they will send you the money and you can use it for regular purchases or or home improvements or whatever. You can do renovation. You can use the money the way you want. Okay. And rates start at 5.99% APR. And here you're looking at personal loans between $5,000 to $40,000. So that's the delta. The delta is really good here, $5,000 to $40,000, and you can pay off the loan in 2 to 5 years. Okay. And the cool thing here is that this loan from Happy Money is very simple. They're not complicated. One thing we have seen with this lender is that they are, by the way, they are a direct lender. Okay, so they will give you the money themselves. It's a very simple process. You can actually boost your credit score through them because they report all lenders anyway. All lenders in today's conversation, they will report your data to all the 3 credit bureaus. Okay, and a soft pull is possible through Happy Money. So they're not really doing a hard pull right away. Their process is kind of similar. They actually will get to know you. They will give you 3 or 4 loan options, and you can choose your payoff plan that you want. And you just need to verify some documentation and finalize. Okay. And one thing I just need to say here is that in some cases they do have an origination fee that ranges from 0 to 5%. Depending on the states you're applying from, okay? And the funding timeline is kind of cool also. You're looking at 2 to 5 business days. Before I close today's conversation, let me just say this. I mean, it's important to know that when we talk about low doc loans that require only one document to get approved, this is really good. And in this types of loans, you want to actually prioritize the soft pull process. I mean, this is kind of applicable for all loans anyway, but for this low doc personal loans, they have a high APR by nature and by default. You really want to, mitigate your risk of rejection by looking for a soft pull. That way, you have the chance, you have flexibility, you have latitude to see what you might qualify for. Okay, and this what we love is that these loans are very flexible. They're not restrictive. You can use the loan for anything. You can use the loan for credit card debt consolidation, major purchase, home improvements and renovations. I mean, it really depends on you. You can use the money even to pay for medical bills. So virtually any other reason you can think about, yes. But the thing is that there are a few things you need to look for in a personal loan, whether it is low doc or no doc or a full doc. Okay, you want to look for the eligibility requirements. You want to research the lender's reputation. You want to compare interest rates and fees. And please read the fine print. I know nobody reads that, but if you're asking for a large loan amount, let's say 50 grand or 40 grand, you want to read the fine print or at least have someone explain it to you. Okay. And when we talk about low doc personal loans, usually they're fast, instant. They're really fast. Their approval process is faster because remember, we are dealing with alternative lenders or online lenders. For most of the time, we're not speaking about traditional lenders such as banks or credit unions. So you do have some celerity. You do have some speed here, okay? And because their process is just totally different. They will look at your FICO score. They'll look at your documentation, but they are really faster. Maybe because they don't have that many customers you would see a traditional bank have, or maybe their customer service is more flexible. Okay, but good thing is that you are basically in good hands. One thing I also want to say is that you need to be mindful of the fact that in these 5 lenders that I just spoke to you about today, some lenders are marketplace lenders and others are direct lenders. Okay, and they do have their pros and cons. Another thing I want you to pay attention to when we talk about low doc personal loans, you want to estimate your repayment terms. You want to estimate your repayment amount, okay? Because the thing is that, you really need to think about your budget and make sure that your budget can take in another loan. That's just the first thing you need to think about. You need to think about how much you can borrow and how much you can repay. Because anytime you take out a loan, we have to think about the impact of that loan on your DTI. That's quintessential. I mean, DTI, debt to income ratio, because any loan that you have will have an impact on your DTI. And the question is, do you want your DTI to go up or go down? Preferably, you want your DTI to go down, right? That's really important. And remember also that when we talk about a low doc personal loans, it also means that you are getting a third-party personal loan. You're getting a loan from an alternative lender. You're getting a loan from an online lender. And their processes, their requirements are different. Okay, you have to think about that. Most of those loans that I just spoke to you today about, you have to apply for those loans online. Yeah, because those lenders, they don't have the type of branch network that you would see a traditional lender, such as a bank or credit union, have. So something to think about. So you can only contact them over the phone, or in some extreme cases via email. But there is no question about, hey, I'm going to a branch, I'm going to have an appointment, whatever. No, they don't have that. Okay, but those loans can be good too, though. I mean, those loans they're suitable for a certain portion of the population. Okay, and if you're willing to pay a high interest rate, because depending on your credit history, you might have to pay a high APR on the loan. So if you are willing to actually pay that APR, then go ahead. Okay, but please, you want to understand the origination fees. You want to understand your interest rates. You want to understand if there are early repayment penalties. This is important. Okay, and basically make sure that you choose a legit lender, because you don't want a lender that just that just collects your data and then bothers you later on with SMSs and all that kind of emails, spam emails. You don't want that, okay? So always go for a legit lender that has been reviewed, that has online reviews, okay? So you can read about the lender before actually diving in. Before I close to this conversation, I want you to check out our loan evaluation approach. We do have a strict methodology on this show when it comes to categorizing, listing, and reviewing personal loans, and including low doc personal loans. Check this out. Let's recap here. Number 1, happy money, 10 over 10. Number 2, credible, 9.5 over 10. Number 3, lending tree, 9 over 10. Number 4, stilt, 9 over 10. Number 5, net credit, 8.5 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.